Hello, folks. Walt Diego again. Mucho tiempo pasar. Approximately 2 weeks after my last video in Las Vegas, finally, in Tijuana, in my house again. Take a look around here. Everything's the same. The little woman no quiere show her face, so we won't show that. She's shy again. That's fine. That's her. Solo Heya. Anyway, a lot has happened in the 2 weeks since I last left Las Vegas. As you know, I was there on a mission to help my brother and my mom. And it's like a real survival situation where I had to get out there fast. The thieves were ripping my brother off. His warehouse had burned. He needed security. You know, they were ripping him off every single night, stripping the place. He lost thousands of dollars worth of stuff in just a few weeks. And so I went out, pitch a tent in the cold and keep the thieves out of there, survive. You know, just like a survival situation when the shit hits the fan. So, you know, I got through it. Old man, a little bit sick, but I got through it. And, you know, learned a lot of stuff about survival. You know, I got a lot of preparing to do. I need my survival vehicle, my bug out vehicle. I've got that Blazer. I'm having it checked out by the mechanics right now to see exactly what's wrong with it and whether it's worth salvaging. But once I get a good survival vehicle, then I'm going to have it. I need a bed in it for sure. You got to be able to sleep. Like for me at my age and everything, I've got to sleep comfortably or I'm miserable the next day. And over there in Vegas, I even had to go salvaging an old mattress out of the trash to be able to get a good night's sleep. My body isn't what it used to be where I could sleep on the ground. No, I've got to be comfortable and warm. So I did figure out that, you know, like the back of a Blazer, I would take everything out, put padding in there, make a comfortable bed. And then Las Vegas does get cold. So you've got to have some source of heat that's safe. And I like my little 1 pound propane canisters because they're refillable, it's cheap. You can turn them on for a couple hours, warm up the area, shut them off. You know, just watch the oxygen levels, the CO sensor, you know, just be aware. And then also for security, you've got to have your perimeter with the alarms and everything. Like I was explaining on my other videos, I had my outer alarm and then my inner alarm, and I had my infrared sensors, and then I had my fog horns, and the ultimate was my little Betsy, the 38 caliber lever action, you know, is the ultimate. So now I'm back in Mexico. We do have a little Ford Escort here that if I buy it from my little woman over there, she runs a hard bargain. She wants $1,000 for it. But then I'd also have to register it and insure it and everything. So that's just the tip of the iceberg, is paying for it and getting it registered and insured. And I am going to go through South Dakota for the license plate registration because I'm a nomad. I live more in Mexico, and then I'll stay in San Diego once in a while, and then I'll go over to Las Vegas once in a while. And South Dakota's that's where I was born, you know. They have registration just for nomads, you know, like me. You don't need smog. You don't need proof of insurance right then and there, it's the perfect deal. So I'll let you know how that goes. I'm in the process right now. And then once I'm able to come and go across the border to San Diego, back to Tijuana, me and my little woman will start selling again at the swap meets, the sobre ruedas. That means, enjoy the street, the selling in the streets. And we'll pick that up again. I got all kinds of stuff to sell from my house, You got to be able to make money. If you're going to survive anywhere, you got to be able to make money anywhere. So that's that's just to get by for now, and keep buying the survival equipment that I'm really going to need when the big one comes. I'm gonna need to bug out of here, get down to Rosarito or Ensenada or further south. Got to have my fishing equipment, my spear gun equipment. I did put new rubbers on my spear guns, though. I've got them all ready to go. I didn't make a video on how to do that, but I bought like 10 feet of rubber and cut it into 2-foot sections. And, you got to put your bands on your guns, so they're ready. So with those new rubbers, they're probably good for another 2, 3, 4, 5 years, They're good. Just protect from the sun, damage from the sunrise, and you're good to go. So I'll be explaining more. Even at my age and my condition, I've got to be able to do something productive. Yeah, which means I've got to be able to get in the water. I've got a big man's wetsuit, got my fins, my mask. I've got to get back in the water, folks. I've got to be able to shoot a fish or two, Then I'll be in a position where if I can get the fish regularly, when people need it, then I'll be able to trade. You got to have a skill. You got to have something to trade in a survival situation. You got to be good for something. And the other day I was watching a program where the teenage girl and the mom were all concerned about her hair, Oh, be proud of your hair. It's so beautiful. Don't be ashamed of your hair. And yeah, that's fine. But they're probably spending $300 to $500 a month on her hair. And you tell me, how is that going to help you in a survival situation? Unless you're a hoe or something like that, and your hair is going to attract more customers. Wow. Your hair won't help you one bit in a survival situation, and who gives a rat? Whether you got cornrows or straight or curly, This money, to tell you the truth, the mother should be teaching her kids, her daughters, something useful. You think when the Holocaust happened that people cared about their hair when there was nothing to eat? They were starving to death? Did the girls know how to make some hot tea out of some dried bread? I am thinking about something like that with taking my mackerel and cutting it into little rolls. Mackerel is naturally kind of round, so you cut it into 1-inch rounds and dry them. Don't let the flies get to them, but dry them in the natural air. Keep them covered so the flies can't lay eggs in them and stuff like that. Salt them, and they will dry, and you can actually store them probably for months, But with my hot tea, I'll just drop a mackerel round in there, boil it, reconstitute it, and I'll bet you I get more protein out of that mackerel tea than you do out of these modern Mari-chan cup of noodles. There's no food value in those. It's all salt and pasta, a few spices thrown in there. But one real round mackerel with vitamins and protein, You know, you've got to have something like that to survive, protein. And so these mothers, you know, stop throwing that money away on your hair today when you could be teaching your children skills that would last a lifetime. You know, what good are these food giveaways, the food lines? You know, don't they get it? Even in the Bible 2,000 years ago, it said, you give a person a fish, you feed them for a day. You teach them how to fish, you feed them, you teach them for a lifetime. You feed them for a lifetime. It's better to teach somebody how to survive than give them stuff for today. You know, please, people, wake up. That's all I really got. That's my big rant for today is this hair thing. You know, who gives a rat's? You know, really, unless you're a hoe, nobody really cares how you look like. And you want your daughters doing that to make a living in the future? Okay. Teach some real skills that'll last long, long, long for the rest of their life and your grandkids' life and on and on and on. So, okay, folks, sorry I haven't been active too much lately, but I'm back in Mexico with my little woman. She don't want to be on the video, but she's back there. She's a survivor. Someday I want to get her story out here. Okay? That's a real story of survival, folks. Yeah, her story. Someday I'm going to have her share it with you. Okay, folks. Well, it's good to be back in Tijuana, and we're here. We're living for tomorrow, another day. Take care, and Will Diego over and out.